So what we're doing is using a Signal Hawk spectrum analyzer to determine the frequencies that could be transmitted from the Harrisville water tank behind us.
Chip and Donovan Spam are not your typical father and son duo.
You know, I'm a radio frequency engineer by trade, so I look at that and I say, man, that's a great asset to put up a fixed wireless network.
Each has his own role at national nonprofit Connected Nation, where they have a shared mission to help communities improve internet access.
You know, you hear all the time, we're trying to solve the digital divide. Our task is to find the chasms in the digital divide.
To do so, the pair is currently working across Alcona County, Michigan, to develop a more accurate broadband coverage map.
Part of the process is also to determine where there is not broadband. So mapping the routes or mapping the infrastructure leads us to the gaps in the community.
Everything is entered into the iPads and other key equipment Chip and Donovan carry with them. Photos are taken, coordinates are cross-referenced, and everything is backed up with as much data as they can gather in the field.
In addition to the GPS coordinates that we're able to take off of this, it's date stamped, it's time stamped, so we know where we were, at what time, in what geolocation on the map, and then we're able to reference that later using our mapping software.
Chip and Donovan work hard and almost nonstop, rarely taking breaks. It's clear they both understand there's a lot on the line.
Now that COVID is here and people are having to work from home and students are having to learn from home, suddenly we realize how important it is to have a broadband connection at our house.
It's something politicians have taken to heart in what has become one of the most bipartisan issues of the year, finding ways to expand access to high-speed internet.
The one thing that COVID has done for this industry that we've been unable to do for the past 10 or 15 years is draw attention to the importance of broadband.
In fact, by the summer of 2021, more than $373 billion in broadband-related funding was made available. That's just at the federal level, and that dollar amount is likely to continue to grow. However, accessing those funds is often tied to a community's ability to prove it needs the investment.
A lot of the grant applications that you have with the United States Department of Agriculture or the NTIA or other federal agencies require applicants to be able to specify or define where these gaps are. So the map that we're producing today could be used by Alcona County to say, here's a pocket of homes that we know beyond a shadow of a doubt do not have access to broadband, and that's where we're going to apply for grant funds.
As you can imagine, understanding how to locate broadband technology is not something just anyone can do.
What we're looking for broadband purposes is the channel wide enough to deliver 25x3 service.
That's why Alcona County leaders asked for Connected Nation's help, and they quickly found it's something this unique father and son team excel at.
So what we're walking up to now is a fiber optic cable marker. This indicates that it's underground. Orange always indicates that it's fiber. While older infrastructure might have orange on it that denoted it was underground copper, kind of the common thing is bright orange to signify fiber.
There are pedestals, there are fiber markers that you can't see because they're buried over here behind the brush and the bushes. But when we get up to this tower site, there should be a transition where that fiber optic cable crosses the roadway from the left, goes across the roadway. In fact, it may have done it right here. And there you can see a fiber optic marker again.
The pair will eventually cover every inch of Alcona County by car and by foot until they have completed their work.
So what we're doing when we approach water towers like this is the first thing that we're looking for is there a gate? You can see that there's a gate here. Gate with a lock on it. So it's locked, it's gated, and as you can see, we have access to power, we have access to propane, so there's most likely backup power available here in case something fails. And what we're able to determine by the power meters is who's on the tower. If a mobile provider, a fixed wireless provider, anybody else that serves the tower with fiber or DSL or any lines that come in, they're going to be on a meter.
So as you can see, trying to do a county of this size is not something that can get done in a couple of days. In fact, we're planning on being out here for almost a full month just to map what's going on in this county.
It's long and sometimes tedious work, but if you ask Chip or Donovan, it's all worth it in the end.
Every home that gets connected to broadband after we've done this job is a victory. It's a great win. It feels good to be able to say, I helped that guy get broadband service when he didn't have it before because of the work that we did mapping the county.